Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. This is your coach Tehrin Tariq here from the platform of Viversity.org and vjob.org, and I cordially welcome all of you in this new lecture on this new day. And this lecture is going to be all about the difference between content writing and copyright content writing. Okay, so in this video we will learn that what is the exact difference between content writing, what is a content writing, and why we differentiate between content and copyright content writing. So I hope all of you are done with your submissions until now, and all the pendencies from the last week have been resolved. I hope all of you are done, right? So let me just share my screen first, then we will proceed further towards our lecture. I hope my screen is shared with you people. Right. Okay. So let's start this lecture. First of all, we will discuss about what is content writing and what is copywriting, and then we will proceed ahead, and we will differentiate in between these two terminologies, and we will understand. We will try our best to understand that what is the major difference in between content writing and copyright content writing. Content writing refers to the process of creating written materials for various purposes such as blogs, websites, social media posts, articles, and more. It involves creating engaging and informative content that captivates the reader's attention and encourages them to take a specific action, such as making a purchase or subscribing to a newsletter. So whenever I talk about content writing, you have to understand this concept that whenever we are talking about content writing, there are so many types of content writing, and now we have to differentiate between the types of content writing and the types of copywriting. Okay, so if we consider first of all the terminology of content writing refers to the concept of writing and creating content, and the process of creating content for the purposes, for example, blog writing, for example, website content writing, for example, social media posts, articles, and much more. These all are the types of general types of content writing. Whenever we talk about content writing, you have to keep in mind the all common and the less common types of content writing. That includes blog writing, website content writing, social media content writing, academic writing. Academic writing, furthermore, is subdivided into research article writing, review article writing. So these all are the major types of content writing, and whenever we consider the terminology of content writing, we are referring all those types and subtypes of content writing. Okay, so whenever we talk about content writing, it means creating engaging and informative content that captivates the reader's attention and encourages them to take specific action. For example, if you are doing website content writing for a certain website, and if we consider it as an example, you are working as a content writer for a website that is related to cosmetics, then what is the type of website content writing? You are going to write product description, you are going to write blogs for that particular website, you are going to write product description in a way that it immediately captures the attention of the readers, and they are going to turn from their organic audience into their buyers. So if your content is converting their organic audience into buyers, that is your biggest achievement as a content writer. And whenever we are talking about content writing, we are actually talking about all the types and all the common and least common types and subtypes of content writing. That includes blog writing, website content writing, academic writing, social media post content writing, each and everything. These all are the types of content writing, and whenever you are trying to create engaging and informative content that captivates the reader's attention, that means you are doing content writing. Okay, content writing focuses on providing valuable information and entertainment, or a mix of both, to the readers. So here is the question arises that how content writing can be can turn their or the organic audience of a certain website into their buyers. So for example, if you are working as a content writer for a certain website that is related to cosmetic, and if you are going to write product description in a very engaging and captivating way, that whenever a reader read that particular product description about a certain product, he or she immediately go to buy that particular product, and he or she considers that it doesn't matter that the buyer is interested in other products or not. But if you are writing the product description in an exact way, to be in a straightforward way, and you are explaining all the features of that particular product in a very engaging and captivating way, that will ultimately turn their organic audience into their buyers, and those buyers are immediately going to buy that particular product. And that is the biggest achievement for you as a content writer, that your content is turning their organic audience into their buyers. So content writing focuses on any of these points. You can do content writing either for providing information. For example, if you are writing product description, that means you are providing a certain kind of information to the audience of that particular website. And if you are doing blog writing, and whenever we talk about blog writing, I do always say that you have to decide your niche in a particular blog. You have to decide your niche whenever you want to start your career as a content writer. So in order to whenever you are starting your career as a blog writer, so you are doing content writing for the entertainment purpose. You are providing the content to your audience for the entertainment of your audience and for the entertainment of yourself as well. That means that if you are fond of writing, and you want to write about something, and you do write about something in your notepads, in your diaries, then what you do start as a content writer, you start posting that particular content on a blog page. So this is how you are working as a content writer for your entertainment and also for the entertainment of your readers. Or it can working as a content writer can be a mix of both. You are either providing entertainment to the readers, and also you are providing information to the audience of that particular website. On the other hand, if we talk about copyright content writing refers to the creation of original content that is protected by copyright laws. That means if you are creating a certain content, that is your content and that belongs to you only, and no one else is allowed to copy that content and paste that content without providing you without referencing your content in their content. And they are not allowed to use your content, and that particular content only belongs to you, and that is really protected by the copyright laws. For example, if you are writing for a website and that particular website does not allow anyone to copy and paste their content anywhere else on the Google, that means that particular website is copyright protected, and you cannot use that particular content. If you are using that particular content on your website from anyone else, it doesn't matter what the source is, but if you are using the copyright content of someone else, you are committing a certain kind of crime in the field of content writing. So that is why you are not allowed to do plagiarized content writing. Okay. So that this is exactly what copyright content means, that it is protected by the copyright laws, and you cannot use that particular copyright content without quoting that particular reference of the website. For example, if I do content writing on viversity.org, and you are doing content writing on someone else's website, you are just going to exactly copy my content and paste on other website. And if you are going to do this, you are committing a crime, because my content is copyright protected, and if I do copyright content writing, you cannot use my content in your website. And if you do this, you are committing a crime, and you are violating the rules of content writing. This type of writing involves creating unique and creative material that is not copied or plagiarized from someone else's work. And copyright content writing puts emphasis on the legal rights and protections of the original author or creator. If you are not referencing that particular author, if you are not referencing that particular website from where you copied that content, that means you are violating the rules of content writing, and then your website can be blocked in this regard. Here are some extensive differences between the copyright content writing and the simple way of content writing. Purpose, first of all, if we talk about the purpose of copyright content writing and simple content writing, what is the purpose of both of them, and what is the difference in between the purpose of doing these two types of content writing? If we talk about simple content writing aims to provide valuable information, entertain readers, and encourage them to take a desired action. If I here quote a very common example of doing content writing, every one of us use Facebook on daily basis. We watch a lot of videos, we watch a lot of content on the Facebook, and whenever we consider a certain content that is really very informative, we immediately share that content on our profiles. So that particular content is not copyright content writing. Everyone is sharing it on Facebook. That means it is not a type of copyright content writing. It is a simple type of content writing. And whenever we share something, some kind of information on our Facebook profiles as well, it is also called as a kind of blog. So that means that we are doing simple content writing. We are not doing copyright content writing. We are not plagiarizing the content from someone else's profile. This is the most common example I can quote here about content writing, so that you people may understand the purpose of content writing and copyright content writing. Then comes copyright content writing. It focuses on creating original material that is protected by copyright laws to ensure the author's rights as respected. And if I quote the most simple example of copyright content writing over here, so that you people may understand the concept of copyright and the simple content writing, here we can quote an example of YouTube. Whenever you see a certain kind of video on YouTube that is really very informative for you people are allowed to share it on various social media sites. But by downloading that particular video, you cannot post it on your channel on the YouTube. That is the violation of copyright laws, because that particular content only belongs to the that certain person whom you find on YouTube. You cannot copy and paste that particular content on your channel on YouTube. That is the violation of copyright rules of YouTube. So this is the most common example of copyright content writing and simple type of content writing. Okay, so I hope you people are really much clear about the major concept behind content writing and copyright content writing. Then comes originality. Another difference in between copyright content writing and content writing is the difference of their originality. Content writing can involve using research and facts from various sources. I said earlier that whenever we start doing blog writing, and whenever we start writing certain kind of content, we have the strategy to follow. We have to do a lot of research from other sources as well, so in order to understand that what our competitors are currently writing about that particular concept or that particular topic. So in order to understand the originality of content, whenever you are doing simple content writing for the entertainment purpose or providing information to someone else, you are doing content writing. You are not doing copyright content writing over there. Content writing involves using research and facts from various resources, but it does not necessarily require original content. You can have an idea from the content, but you are not going to copy that content and paste it over there on the site where you are working as a content writer. You are not allowed to do that even in the simple type of content writing. That is also considered as a kind of plagiarism whenever you are just copying and pasting your content. Then comes the originality of copyright content writing. Whenever we talk about copyright content writing, it is strictly focused on creating original material that is not copied or plagiarized from others as well. So, whenever you are doing copyright content writing, and And it doesn't matter that in future you become a simple content writer or the copyright content writer. If you can work as both type of content writers, you can do blog writing, and blog writing can also be a type of copyright content writing. If you are writing blogs by yourself on daily basis, you are creating new content on daily basis, that means those particular types of blogs are the copyrighted blogs. But if you are having an idea, and if you are doing a lot of research on that particular topic before writing your own blog, that means you are not doing copyright content writing. You are more focused on a simple type of content writing. Then comes legal protection. Content writing does not have the same level of legal protection as copyright content writing, as I quoted, and the most simple example of simple content writing and the copyright content writing from Facebook and YouTube. Copyright content writing ensures the creator's work is protected by copyright laws, giving them exclusive rights to their creation and the ability to take legal action against any infringement. If someone else is going to copy their content, they can file any kind of rule violation on that particular person or on a certain website. So then comes reproduction and distribution. Content writing can be freely reproduced, shared, and distributed without any legal barriers as long as it is not plagiarized. I repeat my words that plagiarism is not even allowed in content writing as well. In any type or in any subtype of content writing, plagiarism is not allowed. If you are taking an idea from someone else content, that is not a kind of plagiarism. But if you are copying that content and adding up that content in your content of any type like blog, newsletter, or anyone else, then it is a kind of plagiarism. But if you are just taking an idea from someone else content, that is not a kind of plagiarism. You can follow it while doing content writing. But even in copyright content writing, you cannot even take an idea from someone else content because that will also be a violation of copyright rules. Copyright content writing grants the creator the exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, and control the use of their work, preventing others from using it without permission. For example, if I do research on a certain topic in my laboratory, and then I'm going to prepare my thesis, and I will submit it in the university. If someone else is going to copy content from my thesis and he or she is going to paste that content in their thesis without any removal of plagiarism, that means they are violating the copyright rules. I have the copyright rules of my thesis, and I can claim that particular content if I find any kind of violation of rule from someone else. And same is the way with the research articles. But this is not the way in review articles in if we talk about academic writing. In academic writing, review articles are the type of simple content writing, but you are not going to write plagiarized content in that as well. You have to take an idea from someone else content, and then you are going to create the new content in accordance with their research. But if you are doing research article writing, research article writing is completely different from the review article writing, and research article writing is a type of copyright content writing. Copyright content writing grants creators the exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, and control the use of their work, preventing others from using it without their permissions. Then comes creativity. Content writing may not require high levels of creativity and can be more focused on providing useful information and engagement to the readers. In order to provide entertainment to the readers, you can do a kind of free content writing as well on daily basis. What we are doing on Facebook, we are doing the free content writing on Facebook. No one else is going to claim any content on our profile because it is a type of free content writing. It is not a type of copyright content writing. But you cannot add all the content on your YouTube channel as well, because that is going to be a violation of copyright rule. Copyright content writing requires high degree of creativity as it aims to create innovative and original material that stands out from the rest. The most common example of this on the YouTubers who do daily vloggings. They have to create new content on daily basis in order to make their videos different from the one they previously uploaded on their channels. So that is a kind of copyright content writing, because you have to be more creative in terms of copyright content writing as compared to the simple type of content writing. Then comes attribution. Content writing may or may not require proper attribution to the original source, depending on the context and purpose of the content. So it is not a hard and fast rule in content writing that you have to refer that particular content from where you have an idea about that particular topic. But in copyright content writing, you cannot quote any kind of content in your piece of content without providing any reference to that particular original site from where you had an idea about that particular concept. So the attribution is more required in copyright content writing as compared to simple content writing. If we summarize both of the types of content writing and copyright content writing at the end over here, content writing focuses on creating, engaging, and writing more informative material, while copyright content writing emphasizes on originality and legal protections from the creator. Copyright content writing Copyright content writing ensures that the rights of creators are respected, and while content writing may not require the same level of legal protection. So, if we summarize the terms content writing and copywriting over here, there is a kind of leniency in content writing, but the lenient protection is not there in copyright content writing. You have to be more vigilant about copyright content writing. You have to be strictly focused on your content. You have to be more creative in terms of copyright content writing as compared to simple type of content writing. Okay, so this topic was included in the last week in lecture number 6. We didn't discuss that particular topic in the last week, so I discussed it right now and in this lecture. So that is all from my side. If you have any question, you are more than welcome to ask. Let me first add all of you on the stage, then you can unmute your mic and you can ask your questions. Okay, now all of you are on stage. You are more than welcome to unmute your mic and you can ask any questions if you have. Is there any question? Team, from next lecture onward, if you are not going to ask question, then I am going to ask question from you people at the end of the session, at the end of every session. Okay, if you all are clear about this concept, you are more than welcome to add your submissions right now. For today, see you in the next session. Till then, stay safe, stay great, good luck.